Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation, with a very interesting article about a very historic silver bar, ancient silver bar, that will be going up for auction. Let's explore! Yes, indeed, this comes to some coin update. It's about an ancient silver bar with a cartouche bearing the name of Pharaoh Tutankhamun to be offered at auction. This was shared with me by Mr. Monkey Swag 96, and this is really rich with history, but also at a time when silver was deemed much more hard to get, much more rare than it is these days. The Swiss auction house Numismatica Genevensis SA has announced that they will offer in their upcoming auction on the 18th and 19th of November 2019, so it's already happened, an object that could revolutionize monetary history as we know it. The object, a silver bar with a cartouche bearing the name of Pharaoh Tutankhamun, which is otherwise known as King Tut, raises the pertinent hypothesis of if the Egyptians of the 18th dynasty already developed and used coins. That would certainly change, be a game changer of the monetary history for sure. And so it could be that we have to predate the beginning of coinage by half a millennium. The bar offered by Numismatica Genevensis provides a significant indication that minting small bars based off of a widespread accounting system that were guaranteed by the mark of a die may not have been a Lydian Greek invention as previously thought. This item raises questions about our history's version of the monetary concept and may well fit perfectly with our knowledge about how ancient Hellenic culture made use of foreign innovations to develop concepts suitable for everyday use. The Greeks made this idea suitable not only for their own purposes, but to export as an innovation of their own. And here we can see it on this thing here. And fascinating indeed. It's lot 101. So what about this particular piece? It's an offering. It's one of two pieces from the collection of the late Peter Roger Pierre, who died in 1968. His daughter sold the collection at the beginning of the 70s, and since then, the silver bar has been part of a Swiss private collection. The piece has a drop-shaped bar made of a high-quality silver and produced in a Phoenician trading house or in Lebanon. The relatively high silver content of 98.54% indicates that the material was artificially refined and presents the highest grade of fineness a goldsmith was able to achieve during the era of Pharaoh Tutankhamun. Its weight is 41.55 grams, differs by 8.7% from 45.5 grams, which would be the weight of half a debine, or 5 kites. Such a deviation is considered quite acceptable, as we know from other numismatic eras. The clearly visible cartouche is in the form of a jug and bears the name of Pharaoh Tutankhamun, which refers to him as the ruler of Heliopolis in Upper Egypt. The inscription provides us with a date. Tutankhamun reigned between 1345 and 1327 BC, and as noted, the first coin in Lydia was around 700 BC. So I think that's fascinating to see that could be that the monetary age started long before then. Quite a complicated currency system. The Egyptians, similarly to the inhabitants of Mesopotamia, had a diverse economy and a sophisticated accounting system used in their daily economic life. A silver bar of the same currency system, which might have been used as a means of payment, seems to fit perfectly into the picture of daily commerce. Therefore, it should not come as a surprise that such silver bars of this size, which functioned as a coin, existed. Historians and archaeologists know that the standardized bars have existed since the Bronze Age. These early pieces of bronze were certainly traded as standard pieces of raw material, and were perhaps even used as a form of primitive money. So what was it worth? The bar, with a weight of a half a debine, determines it was issued in a weight unit corresponding to the currency present in ancient Egypt. So with this in mind, we may have to predate the beginning of coinage by more than half a millennium. What just might half a demon buy in the marketplace for the ordinary Egyptian in the time of Pharaoh Tutankhamun? A tax inventory made the orders of Ramses III, mentions among other things the income accrued from the mining of copper, linen, incense, honey, and oil, totaling 1,047 Thebans. Grains, flax, and waterfowls. We can summarize that small silver bars worth half a Theban would have equated to a small sum, but not insignificant as to still provide sustenance for goods for the market shopper. The object, which is on offer from the 18th of November, is listed as Lot 101 in the 12th auction catalog. And let's see here. Maybe this will tell us how much it sold for. Let's take a look and see if it showed. All right. It realized 32,000. That's 29,000 euro. That's about $32,343. So it realized a pretty good sum of money for a little bit of silver there. Who says there is no such thing as high premium silver that's not worth something these days? But obviously the historical significance is worth a lot more. So $32,000 for 45 grams of silver. And of course it's got it listed here in the language there. So it is fascinating to see how this has played out and where this is gone. But the history behind this thing is quite fascinating indeed. And it will tell you they would have equated to a small sum, but not insignificant, as to still provide sustenance or good for the market shopper. So in other words, it was of medium worth, I guess, depending compared to the other things I talked about up here. So, which in somewhat cases is a little bit surprising, because silver was much harder to come by in those days. And it makes me wonder why they didn't use gold. Of course, gold was used as a decorative element, and obviously it was for, it provided stature of wealth, but was it used as a method of exchange? Apparently not. If this was the first monetary metal that potentially was used, so it could be that silver was used, and maybe it was considered as such a case that this particular piece here would provide a better avenue and durability for a unit of exchange, whereas gold was used for decorative elements and the like. Very fascinating indeed, and I want to thank Mr. Monkey Swag 96 for sending this article along to me. I think this tells us a whole lot more, especially about how silver was refined back then and mined, but also how it could have been used as money. And if any more of these things are out there, that would be very interesting to see if that's the case, if there's any more of these things floating out there. Imagine it's pretty rare. Fascinating indeed. Post your thoughts below. Thanks again to Mr. Monkey Swag 96. We'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to y'all for watching, and encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.